You're on a big strong animal and they can throw you off whenever they want. I think it's quite a big achievement for someone half the size of an average person to get on a horse and just go. I have achondroplasia, so it affects my arms, so my long bones don't grow. I have tripod fingers, so all my fingers are the same length. And I have frontal bossing on the top of my head. Dwarfism has impacted me quite a lot. I had lots of pains in my legs, and I still do, and my back. So it did affect me daily in doing physical activities.
I knew about a fortnight before I had Megan that she had a form of dwarfism, and they actually wanted to terminate her, but I just couldn't have anything done. I didn't want a termination. Unfortunately, when she wasn't born with the worst form of dwarfism, like they first thought, she was born with achondroplasia, which is the most common form of.
I don't want to be limited with like the dwarfism. I always like to try and do things normal, so I always find an alternative or a way around things. Like in the kitchen, I'll climb on the surfaces, even though my mum and dad hate it, and they always tell me off. At school it was quite hard, because obviously bullying, people not like accepting. When people take the mick out of me, they'll either call me a midget, call me small, take photos. With bullying, I did get quite depressed. So I found horse riding did help. Horses helped it. They helped me relieve it, and my mind was on something else other than my dwarfism. I felt like horse riding was always there. In this photo, you can see the height difference of me and him, because he was 18 hands and I'm about 4 foot. I don't know how tall I am. The most I love about horse riding is probably a relationship between the horse and the rider. Relationships with horses don't just click. You have to build the bond. Pandora is a rescue horse. She's quite old. I have dwarfism. I've only really properly been riding for about 5 years now, because they've gone from bad backgrounds and everything. So have I in like school and bullying. They've had to learn to trust someone, and obviously I've had to learn to trust people as well, and I just feel I can resemble against that. We're going to go to the rescue centre that rescued Pandora. They are holding this show to raise funds for the rescue.
Good girl! Get in. Go in there. Get in.
When I do horse ride, my legs are in a lot less pain, and because of the posture I'm sitting in on the horse. I've fallen off too many times to count. I've had quite bad falls on horses, especially at competitions. I am a bit like, but what if? What if this happens? What if this goes wrong? But I know that I have to stay relaxed and calm. But I do sometimes get nervous, but I try not let it bother me.
Entries are now being taken. We wish everybody a good day. Our judge for the day is Jackie Hearn-Betts, who is doing the judging in the ring, and myself, Carol Jackson, will be judging condition and turnout. We wish you all a good day and thank you for coming.
Everyone always says, you know, she's got so much guts, and she really, really has. She's very brave. To feel like competing against other people that have probably been riding most of their life, much older, more experience, horses that cost thousands of pounds. And there's Megan with a disability. She's riding a horse that is 25. Pandora's a rescue horse. I'm just so happy that they found each other, because I think they've both helped each other, And Megan's in a different world when she's around horses.
When I go out horse riding, like to competitions, I am quite competitive. I do obviously like to bring the rosettes home.
She's just a small person, otherwise she's perfect in every way. But if you can call being small not perfect, because I think she's great. She's always found a way around everything, and including horse riding.
I've got roughly about 46 rosettes. I've got medals as well. I'd say I'm always going for the first and the second rosettes, but I don't mind because I know that I'm just going out to compete. And obviously there's always going to be someone out there bigger and better than you and that got the more expensive horses. And I still am very, very lucky because I have a lot of support behind me from my family as well as my friends. And I never thought I would be able to do something as amazing as horse riding.